Howdy folks, Brian Cusco here at Triple B. We are doing another interview here at the NARBC Arlington, Texas show with Lindsay Noble of Noble Reptiles. Lindsay caught my attention with her desserts this weekend, and you're watching Triple B TV. I've heard of your company like well before I really met you at all, and then I didn't honestly realize that you were quite as awesome as you are this week.
Yeah.
When people force me to eat a cupcake, you know, even if it's not physically
I just peer pressured you into it.
You did. But you did a good job because I ate the cupcake.
It was good.
It was a good cupcake.
It was.
I mean, the fact that it was homemade and the fact that it was like the pre-sample before like what you're sending to the US.
It was better than the gummy bears at least.
I didn't have the gummy bears.
You didn't have the vodka gummy bears last night?
No, there were people
passing around. Or the Jello shots?
No, I saw those. I didn't partake in them. I'm not a big fan of.
You didn't watch Miguel like try throwing up while he was eating it?
No, I missed that part. I wish I hadn't.
They were pretty rough.
Yeah.
They'd been soaking since like Tuesday.
Soaking since Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like the sugar alcohol mix, it doesn't work for me that much.
Tom told me to use sugar-free gummy bears, and I'm like, that's mean.
Yeah, that could potentially be worse than not.
Yeah.
What do you do? You sold all of it. You're the hypo queen?
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
It's kind of a running joke that I just embraced, and it's just, I'll own it. I don't care.
Because hypo is...
So pretty much everything I have is either het hypo or visual hypo, and the only way I can make anything that I want is going to be het hypo now.
Okay.
So my mentor was joking around with me, and he called me that, and then friends heard it, and they started calling me that. I'm like, whatever.
You just ran with it.
Yeah.
Hypo is... We're talking about ball pythons with hypo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, all my boas are pretty much hypo as well.
Okay.
But yeah, mainly the ball pythons.
Hypo is such a different thing in boas than it is in ball pythons.
It's incomplete dominant instead of recessive.
Right.
So she's not going to
Speaking of that, I wasn't planning to focus on the snake yet, but you started moving around and grabbed my attention. Especially since we said boa, and there's a boa right there. What is going on with this animal?
So it's a red rum VPI T positive. She will color up a lot better. So I'm kind of just building the boas up, and I couldn't say no.
So what is red rum?
It's a color enhancer. I'm very bad explaining it. She'll be almost orange-red as an adult.
And where did red rum come from?
I don't remember who made it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I
would have brought ball python, but the two we picked up are in shed.
But and the two you picked up.
Yeah.
So you sold every single ball python you brought for sale on your table.
Then we bought more. Yeah. I only had 5 to sell today.
Oh, okay.
Or this weekend.
That's reasonable to sell all 5. But at least you sell. Well, you know, here's the thing. Like if you brought 100 snakes.
Yeah.
And you sold all of them, that would be.
It would be impressive.
That would be. I don't think anybody does that.
But I sold all the males before I sold the female.
That's different.
Yeah.
What were the males?
Kingpin lesser Enchi hypos, and then a pinstripe Enchi hypo.
The funny thing, because when you mentioned that hypo is your thing and you're all about hypo, I also really enjoy hypo and have beat. So Clown Pied is my favorite.
Okay.
Then I got Sunset, and right behind that is going to be hypo.
Yeah.
And I'm going to want to incorporate all those together at some point.
Yeah. I mean, I've got some lavender stuff, but I had to make blackhead het lavenders, and I made blackhead double het hypo lavenders.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, my point was that with you selling the males is that if I was going to come and get something hypo from you, it would probably be a male with a bunch of incomplete dominant traits. Yeah. So it was interesting that that's what you sold first. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I've got babies at home, just nothing hatching. I've got eggs, but I'm going to go home to babies.
Fair enough.
18 clutches that'll hatch in the next 50 some odd days.
All within the next 50? Does that happen for a lot of people? I know a lot of people have a breeding season. Does that make? Do you think?
I seem to have a season, I guess.
Do you think it's easier or harder to have them all hatch out in 50 days versus spreading out?
I haven't had this happen.
Okay.
And then I've got 12 more girls that are still to lay, and then 10 more building, and I'll be done by July or August with eggs.
How many shows have you been to since COVID? Is this the first, or have you
I did Arlington last fall. I think I did a herp show last year, and then this one.
Okay, so this is the third one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what shows you plan to go to in the future?
Arlington and the Herps Amarillo show. So Arlington in the fall, then the Amarillo show.
So you kind of try to stay Texas.
It's because it's close enough.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a 4 or 5 hour drive to most places.
Do you go to any other shows not vending? Or no, just the shows you vend?
Yeah.
I
I don't
mean-
leave the farm very often
Fair enough.
if I don't have it planned.
I also don't.
Yeah.
I only bring animals to shows that are
Yeah.
a very short driving distance from me,
Yeah.
relatively speaking.
I mean, I've got the cows at home and everything else, and the dogs, and
You got cows?
Yeah.
You raising cattle?
yeah.
Like how many cows do you have?
I've got 3.
3?
Yeah.
That's a
So
handleable amount. I feel. What do you got? Like 5 or 10 acres or
6.
6? Okay.
Yeah. It's Dexter cows, so they're tiny.
Cool.
But yeah.
I like cow raising. I got a buddy in Arizona
Nice.
that usually has about 3 cows at
Yeah.
a time.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a couple. They're more pets than anything else, but
Yeah. They're pet cows,
I mean, they're only like that tall.
right?
Yeah. We planned to eat the steer, and then it never happened. Now he's a pet. So,
I love that.
Yeah.
I really do.
and I've got the chickens and the dogs, and
Oh, this guy's doing something
she
super.
yawning.
It was like a half yawn. I didn't know if she
Yeah.
was gonna like just like kind of open up the front or shut her
Yeah.
little teeth a little bit. It's almost like when a dog tries to
Yeah.
smile. When did you get into all of this?
2012.
2012. Okay.
Yeah.
When did you like produce your first snakes?
2012.
Oh.
It was corn snakes.
All right.
I picked up a corn snake, and the people at the pet store were like, "You're not gonna have just one." I don't know. Do you know Sam? Do you remember Sam and Naomi GBU Enterprises up in Stockton, Lodi area?
I came back to what I call the United States.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
2015.
Okay. So they were I think they sold it off the pet store and they moved to Arizona or something like that. So they told me I wasn't gonna have just one. Yeah, I didn't have just one.
Yeah, I think that a lot of
So-
people say that, yeah, you either have one
Yeah.
or 10, and then
100.
100. That was the next number I
Yeah.
had in my head.
So I got my first corn snake, and then I got my second one. I bred those, and I got tarantulas heavy. I had like 300 tarantulas at one time.
How many do you have now?
30?
So you produce tarantulas.
Yeah.
You got pet cows.
Yeah.
You got obviously you sold all your ball pythons.
Yeah,
You
boas, ball
You're
pythons.
big on hypo.
Yeah.
You have boas that yawn or smile.
Yeah. At least they're not biting.
You make incredible cupcakes,
Yes.
and you support.
And I sell beer.
And you sell beer. Like
Yeah.
like what do you mean?
I'm a beer salesman during the day.
Okay. So you work for like a specific brewery?
Miller Coors,
Miller Coors, that's
Yeah.
a pretty big brewery.
Modelo Corona. Yeah. So,
Where's the beer at?
back there.
I should have had you bring that instead of the snake. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I could have brought a Truly over.
No, I'm okay. I have not eaten yet today.
Neither have I. Neither have I. And I
Any more
drink 'em all.
cupcakes hiding back there? No, cupcakes are
No,
gone.
those are gone. Same with the Jello shots, I hope.
Well, then I'm very glad that I got to capture that. He's doing it again. I'm very glad that I captured a chance at those cupcakes when he forced
Yeah.
me to. I feel like that was
I
probably.
mean, I stayed up till like midnight making them on Thursday. So,
It's awesome.
I had like 5 hours to get them done, and I had to get them done. So
Yeah, as you should.
I'm just bringing Jello shots to fall for the auction.
Awesome, Lindsay. I appreciate you taking a moment
for
at the
having
end
me.
of the day to come down and sit down and
Thanks for
talk
having
for
me.
just a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't do it very often, so.
Yeah, it's nice to come sit and talk to you. Thanks again, Lindsay, for coming on. There will be a link down in the description where you can find her animals and everything that's going on with her and her company. And tonight, as we've been doing for the past while now, we're going to be doing a Zoom call at about, sometime in the evening, the day this video went out. And if you want to join us for that, there's a link down in the description. We do them every week with our Patreon community. And they're a lot of fun, and it's a good way to just kind of sit down and talk face to face or screen to screen with some of these folks out here doing these things. I highly recommend it, and not just because it's something I'm doing. It's just, well, maybe that's the only reason. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. It's the end of the show, and this is our last interview from NARBC Arlington, Texas. Next shows, I think, depending on when this one out, There's Phil's announcement. I guess that means I get out of here. We'll have more. We're not going to stop. We're going to be going every single week for the rest of our lives. All right. Thanks for watching. See y'all. Take care. Oh, he is deep in shed. Oh my God. He's not even just slightly in shed. He is going full bore right now.
I mean, he looks like a hypo.
You barely see his pupil right now through that stuff.
So you're like my first one then of this. Well, I mean, I had Jason's, but that was kind of just more BSing. Bigler. Morph mixology? Yeah. It's kind of annoying, isn't he?
Are you hiding behind that mic stand on purpose? Yeah,
was I hiding? I didn't realize I was hiding.
I don't think you were doing it on purpose.
No.
It was like, you're just like kind of getting back here. Like,
Yeah,
Lindsay,
sorry.
Lindsay, don't make me call you Crystal.